Welcome, mythology enthusiasts. Today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of Dionysus, the Greek god who embodies the wildest, most unpredictable aspects of human experience. Buckle up for a journey filled with divine drama, epic transformations, and maybe a glass of wine. Dionysus' story begins with a bang, literally. His mother, Semele, was a mortal woman who caught Zeus's eye. But things went south quickly when Hera, Zeus's jealous wife, tricked Semele into asking Zeus to reveal his proper form. Zeus's divine glory was too much for a mortal to handle, and poor Semele was incinerated. Wait, there's more. Zeus, quick thinking as ever, saved their unborn child by sewing him into his thigh. Talk about a pocket baby. Months later, Dionysus was born again from Zeus's thigh, earning him the title twice-born god. From the get-go, Dionysus was different from the other Olympian gods. While they were busy throwing lightning bolts or starting wars, Dionysus was teaching humans the art of winemaking, wandering the world with his wild entourage, inspiring ecstatic rituals and theatrical performances, challenging societal norms and expectations. He wasn't just the god of wine, he was the god of everything that wine represented: joy, freedom, altered states of consciousness, and the breaking down social barriers. After his unusual birth, Dionysus didn't just settle down on Mount Olympus. No, he embarked on a world tour that would make any rock star jealous. He traveled across Greece, Asia Minor, and even as far as India, spreading his cult in the art of winemaking. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. Hera, still bitter about Zeus's infidelity, cursed Dionysus with madness. This divine affliction led him on even wilder adventures, eventually culminating in his descent to the underworld to rescue his mortal mother, Semele. No discussion of Dionysus is complete without mentioning the Maenads, also known as the Bacchantes. These were the wild women who followed Dionysus in his wanderings. Picture this: women draped in fawn skins, crowned with ivy, wielding Thyrsus staffs, and dancing themselves into ecstatic frenzies. The Maenads were known for their superhuman strength when in their divine madness. They could tear animals, or unfortunate humans, apart with their bare hands. Talk about party animals. Dionysus might seem like a fun-loving god, but cross him at your peril. Here are a few examples of what happens when you disrespect the god of wine. King Lycurgus of Thrace tried to suppress Dionysus' cult. Result: driven to madness, he killed his son and was eventually torn apart by wild horses. King Pentheus of Thebes refused to acknowledge Dionysus' divinity. Consequence: lured to spy on Dionysian rituals and torn apart by frenzied worshippers, including his mother. Tyrrhenian pirates attempted to kidnap Dionysus. Outcome: their ship was overrun with vines, and they were transformed into dolphins. The lesson: always respect the wine god, folks. While he's best known as the god of wine, Dionysus' divine portfolio is impressively diverse. God of vegetation and fertility, patron of theatre and the arts, master of transformation and disguise, bringer of ecstasy and divine madness, liberator from societal constraints. One of the few gods who could bring the dead back to life. One of Dionysus' greatest gifts to humanity was theatre. The city Dionysia, a festival held in Athens to honor Dionysus, was the birthplace of Greek tragedy and comedy. For several days, the city would erupt in celebration, with theatrical performances, processions, and plenty of wine. This festival wasn't just about entertainment. It was a time when social norms were turned upside down. Slaves could mingle freely with citizens, and everyone could experience a taste of Dionysian liberation. Even gods need love, and Dionysus found him in Ariadne, a mortal princess. After being abandoned by the hero, Theseus, on the island of Naxos, Dionysus discovers Ariadne. Smitten by her beauty and spirit, he married her on the spot, later granting her immortality. Dionysus tossed Ariadne. Even gods need love, and Dionysus found him in Ariadne, a mortal princess. After being abandoned by the hero, Theseus, on the island of Naxos, Dionysus discovers Ariadne. Smitten by her beauty and spirit, he married her on the spot, later granting her immortality. Dionysus tossed Ariadne's crown into the sky as a wedding gift, becoming the constellation Corona Borealis. Now, that's what we call a stellar romance. What makes Dionysus truly fascinating is his embodiment of opposites: joy and suffering, creativity and destruction, liberation and enslavement, to passion or madness, mortality and divinity. He represents the parts of human nature that don't fit neatly into an ordered society, the wild, passionate, and irrational aspects essential to the human experience. Dionysus' influence didn't end with ancient Greece. His spirit lives on in modern theatre and performance art. The concept of carnival, where social norms are temporarily suspended, psychological theories about the importance of embracing our irrational side, and, of course, at every wine festival or bacchanalian party. So, what can we learn from Dionysus? Embrace transformation. Life is constantly changing, so go with the flow, find balance. A little divine madness is good, but don't lose yourself completely. Break free from constraints. Challenge societal norms that no longer serve you. Celebrate life in all its joy, sorrow, and complexity. Remember the words often attributed